What's up? It's your buddy Mark. I'm sorry, I've been slacking on the General Hospital reactions. I started not this Monday, the Monday before when GH first came back, and I haven't done anything this week. But I started Monday, and nobody watched Mondays, and then I was like, all right, it's my first day, Then I did Tuesdays. Tuesdays numbers did go up, and then and then I had Wednesdays, I had a doctor's appointment, and then I did Thursdays, and then Friday I got busy. But I did do Monday through Thursday, and then as soon as Tuesday's episode aired, I figured no one's gonna watch Monday's reaction now, but all of them, the numbers have been growing, so that really gives me encouragement to keep doing it. And this is the main reason I'm starting to keep doing it. Sorry. I got a friend from my friend Sarah. She's like, I haven't seen General all week. I need updates. I would have done it for her, but instead of me typing everything that's happened over the week, I sent her my videos. It's like, in a way, I can tell you. And so that's such a big reason why I'm still doing it. But I'm happy I am, because I was just looking at the numbers, and people are watching reactions from last week. I didn't think that would happen. I thought, in previews, I'm surprised. All right, so let's get to Friday. It starts off, they usually never do this, a big, long, 2-minute recap all about Peter and, the crimes he'd done, and Anna covering for him, and Finn's involvement, and Peter framing Obrook, and Robert, and everything. Holly's death, just a whole recap of that, which I haven't seen him do anything like that for a while. But it was just to remind you, because it has been a while, and I forgot about some of Peter's crimes. I forgot he killed Drew. That's a big deal. And I've said this before. I said this about Dante before the break. I said, wow, they're bringing up his name a lot. I bet he's coming back. They brought up Drew's name a lot. I don't know if the real actor will come back, or if maybe they'll bring a new Drew. I don't know. But anyway, she is Scout's father. So, alright, so it starts off, Maxie, she's pregnant. She's at the doctor. She's at General Hospital. I forget if I mentioned this last one. Lulu overheard her, and Maxie said she's late. Lulu asked to take a pregnancy test. She said, oh, yeah, I've taken 3. And Lulu said, well, what, they all inconclusive? She said, no, all 3 are saying pregnant. So she's at the pregnancy doctor, the OBGY. I'm not good at this stuff. Yeah, she's definitely pregnant. Then Anna and Peter at Metro Court. I wrote, I hate Peter because I can't stand him. He's all smug. And I don't like, Sonny and Jason, they're criminals. But they don't frame people. I don't like people that commit a crime and frame someone for it. If I did something wrong, I'm not gonna let an innocent person go down for it. I'll do something. I don't know if I turn myself in, but I wouldn't let that happen. I'd never let someone, if it came down to it, I wouldn't let someone go to jail for something I did. Alright, so anyway, Finn's talking to Trina's mom. I promise one day I will learn her name. I don't know. I still don't really trust her. But, anyway, then Curtis and Chase talk about Jason, how the accident makes no sense, him losing control of the bike. That's what Friday's big ending was, or Thursday ended that way, but Friday was Jason being rushed to the hospital. And then Jordan starts at Cyrus. I'm sorry, on Friday's episode, I'm jumping ahead a little bit, but Thursday's ended with Jason crashing the motorcycle. Jordan, she's still with Cyrus. Sonny goes to Brando's garage. Flashback to Cyrus talking to Brando, and I got a bad feeling. Brando said he worked on Jason's motorcycle. He said he fixed his part for him, and then Jason loses control of the bike. I don't know. Brando, though, we'll get to that. But I'm very worried. Carly and Sam are talking. Sam's bullshit that Peter's just sitting there. Because Sam went to jail because of Peter. He framed Sam for stuff. That guy. I mean, she's in jail for killing Shiloh, but Peter was the one that broke her out. Oberk's in jail for that, actually. Anyway, but so Sam, she's bullshit that he's free. Carly is way too to be this calm about the situation. She should hate Peter, and she even said, "Well, if Jason let it go, why can't you?" That does not sound like the Carly we know. And Sam's the recast. Everyone should act indifferent. Should be Sam. And we'll get to that too, maybe next week. And then I wrote Jason. He's still passed down the road. So I skipped ahead a little bit for a second. And then Carly with Peter, finally she's giving him the attitude. She's like, "How you all doing? Hope you're enjoying the food." But she was saying it sarcastically. And then she brought up Sonny. She's like, "Oh, I got no problems," or something. And she brought up Sonny. And she's like, "You'll see how he handles his problems." So it's a little bit of a Carly type threat. And then, yeah, she seemed mad. And Sam's just pissed. And I don't blame her that he's just sitting there, a free man, after everything he's done. Robert shows up in Metro Court. Him and Anna sit together. And then I wrote just, Maxie's definitely pregnant. Lulu. And then Sonny's talking to Brando about Mike. There isn't much time left. And then Curtis and Chase are talking. Curtis trying to track down Jordan. And then she's still at Cyrus's. Cyrus is kind of threatening her. And it sounds like he wants her to kill Laura. Alright. And then Finn, Trina's mom, is talking about kids. He's worried about Violet. She was part of the flashback too, so you remember all about her. And then Shohei didn't, but they brought her name up. And then Robert's pissed at Peter. He wrote an article about Holly and that stupid Peter and paper, the stupid paper that he writes for or whatever. Then Peter leaves because he's a little bitch. Robert and Anna talk. Maxie gets tested. Lou and Maxie talk really about nothing. Sam and Carly, Anna should know. I don't know what they should know. I didn't write. But Carly seems okay with Peter more. And Sam brings up Drew a lot. I wrote a lot, actually, because it was the second time bringing her up in this episode. But within maybe 10-minute period, that he killed Drew, blah, blah, blah. And then Sonny and Brando talk about Mike. Cyrus said, "No, I don't kill Laura. I actually like Laura." He's like, "But I need you to get her out of the way." And then this was interesting. He brings up General Hospital's never been so vulnerable because of Nell Benson and her lawsuit against Michael's two grandmothers for operating on Wiley without her consent. So Nell and Cyrus are in jail at the same time. And I wouldn't be surprised they're bringing Ryan Chamberlain too. Like, I wonder if they somehow are working together. And then Cyrus wants Jordan to vouch for him, and then anyway, and then Curtis finds Jason, he kind of smacks him in the face, wakes him up, it goes to commercial. Jordan's first says no. Cyrus says, "You'll find a way," Jordan says, "I can't do impossible." Oh, then Elizabeth, she gets the call from Finn that Jason's on his way. And she seemed way too calm about it, too. Robert, he's just pissed. He's pissed. And then Anna's being stupid. Because she knows Peter's guilty. Like, I swear she does. But she thinks his mother. But then she might not even be his mother. It might be in memory. That was her twin. I can't remember her twin's name. For nothing, I'm sorry. Alex, did it just come to me finally? Yeah, Alex, Anna. Maybe that's why I couldn't get it. They're so similar. Okay. It's weird how shit hits you like that. Anna, she kept saying, you know I'm right, you know I'm right. She was really pissing me off this episode. And then she's saying you should go to the wake. Robert, we saw this in the preview, said, why go more in an empty box? And I would for the closure, but I understand what he's saying. Maybe if I was a different country, I don't know if I'd go. Like, never mind another country. If it was like California, I don't know. It depends who. It depends who. Never mind. Then commercial. Carly does give Peter some more attitude, but it's sarcastic attitude. Brings up Sonny more. How, you know, like, just you don't want to piss him off. And it was all like, it's like everything she said, if I read you like the script, it would sound nice, but the way she said it was like threatening. And then Brando tells Sonny a story, because he says, I don't know about, because Sonny was talking about he doesn't know if he should pull the plug or not, but he said he decided, not to pull the plug, to put in breathing tubes, but Sonny said he decided not to. Then Brando says, I don't know much about Mike, or he said, I don't know much about your situation, but I do know about Mike. And my notes, I did not need him to tell you the story, because I love animals. So Sonny says, I want to hear the story about Mike. Mike says when he was 10 years old, Brando, says when he was 10 years old, the Mike would take him to the dog track every weekend, and he was allowed to pat some of the horses, and he fell in love with one of the horses, Smokey, and he loved that horse, Smokey. Then Smokey got sick, and Brando, he stopped wanting to go because he didn't want to see him sick. And then Mike asked him, do you love Smokey? And Brando said, yeah. He said, if you love something, you should love it to the end. And I don't have to take notes and stuff like that. A story like that about an animal, because I'm a dog lover mostly, but I love animals, unless they're reptiles. You know, he told me a story like that with a snake. I don't give a fuck. But, so yeah, I don't need my notes for that. It was touching, and anyway, but then Sonny gets the call that Jason's been in an accident. Brando looks guilty as hell, because Cyrus came in, he said he had something to talk to him about, and we didn't see what they talked about. And then, that's about it. Sonny takes off. Lulu's talking about, commercial, and then Lulu's talking about kids with Maxie. And, again, you know I'm right. I couldn't stand this episode. Jordan gets a call about Jason also. Sam gets to GH. Sam wants to be with Jason, begging Liz. Peter, of all people, followed Sam and Carly for no reason. I don't even know, for whatever twisted reason he has. And then, when Liz was saying, Sam, sorry, we can't let you in right now. And then, like, Peter put his arm on his shoulder and said, it's okay, Sam, things will be alright. And Sam snapped, like, get the hell off me. And I don't blame her. Peter, why are you there? You know, like, just because you were with them when I got the phone call, that's got nothing to do with nothing. And, so I was happy she told him off. And then Brando showed up at the same time as Sonny and grabbed Peter and said, yo, man, why don't you back off? Which was interesting because him and Sam weren't on the best terms either. But I think they called a truce, if I remember right. And then Peter does back off. And then I can't get a read on Brando. He just, like, I think he fucked up Jason's bike. He just told the most touching story about Smokey the horse. He just stuck up for Sam. I think is, Cyrus, he's blackmailing Jordan. He probably has something on Brando. And, because I don't think Brando would take a payoff. He just doesn't seem like the type. If Cyrus showed up with a duffel bag of $20,000 or $50,000, like, I want you to fuck up Jason's motorcycle, I don't think he would take it. But he might be under blackmail. I don't know. And he showed up the second the shooting started, which was ordered by Cyrus. Maybe he was a plant from the start. I don't know. I don't trust him, but I don't think he wants to be a bad guy. Anyway, well, time will tell. And him being Carly's husband, he could be someone that could keep returning, like more and more. You never know. And then Sonny shows up at the hospital. Cyrus Goon shows up at Cyrus's home with like a bottle, wants to celebrate. What's with these mobsters? Like Julian, he cut Brad's brakes, hoping to kill Brad. Look what happened. And I thought mobsters, at least, well, Cyrus doesn't seem to care about civilians. But most mobsters, that's like the one redeeming quality, is they try to keep civilians out of the fire. But if you cut someone's brakes, you have no idea what's going to happen. So Cyrus he didn't cut the brakes to the motorcycle. I think he messed with the steering part. I'm pretty sure the part that Brando worked on means like steering, but I'm not a motorcycle expert, not going to lie. Not going to front. So anyway, so the goon wants to celebrate. I thought this guy got killed too. There was 3 goons when Trina and Cameron got kidnapped. 3 out of 4 got killed. So this is the goon that had Trina and Cam in the limo, if you remember. That guy, very distinctive. And then the goon asked, do you think Jordan, the commissioner, is going to try to double cross us? And Cyrus said, oh, I'd be disappointed if she didn't. So Cyrus knows Jordan's planning something. Now, Sonny finds out that Brando worked on Jason's bike. So now Sonny, he's asking Brando about Jason. You know, Sonny's not stupid. This guy works on Jason's bike, then Jason fucks up. Then anyway, Anna's still kind of being a bitch, telling Robert to go to the funeral, and just all about this. And she's right. She was right about Peter, and she's right about this. She said she was right about 7 times. And then Lulu and Maxie come out of the OBG, I don't know, the pregnancy doctor, and she sees Carly, Sam, and everybody, and then she sees Peter too off the side. Peter walks up to Maxie and Lulu, and then Maxie's like, I should go say something to Sam. Then Peter says, no, they want to be alone. Fuck you, Peter. I try to not do F-bombs, but you go barging in on Sam. They don't like you. Maxie's a friend for years. It's a complete different story. It's Lulu's family, basically. Whole different story. I mean, I know they didn't know what it was about, but they see Carly, Sam. I think Elizabeth was there too. Elizabeth was a little too calm. Anyway, Cyrus and the thug, they break open the bottle, they're drinking, they're celebrating. Then, of course, Finn comes out and says, you know, Jason needs an operation, but he has no broken bones. And they said, the only thing is, there's a small chance he come out brain dead. I mean, we could see this coming. He just gave the power of attorney to Carly, and you just knew it was going to happen. And then at the new Sam, just no emotion at all. She was just like there practically. It's like she didn't even care that it was Jason. And then again, I wrote Liz. I was talking about Liz. And then Brando, he just got guilt written all over his face. And then Carly, she said that she's now the power of attorney in Jason's life. She signed the paper for them to go work on Jason, and that was Friday. And hope you all enjoyed that. I haven't seen today's. Tomorrow morning, I'm gonna do. I don't know if I can do 3 in a row. I don't know. I might do. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna get through them all. Maybe I'll do Monday and Tuesdays together. Then maybe Wednesday and Thursdays together, and then a Friday special. But okay, whatever I decided to do. Maybe doing 2 at once to make it more action too, because I don't need to cover quite as much as I'm covering. And this week there wasn't a whole lot going on because all of my favorite characters, probably your favorite characters, Sonny, Jason, Carly, Sam, Liz, they're all at the hospital, worried about Jason. So the big chunk of like who we care about, that's like what they were doing. So there wasn't too much going on. I could sum it up for you real quick. Stuff that you knew was gonna happen, pretty much. But we'll get to it. I'm not gonna tell you yet. All right, All right. So I hope you like that. We just got 20 minutes. All right, peace.